and welcome to live coverage of the CEV Women's Champions League. Clayton Lucas here with you for the first leg of the semi-final between VakifBank Istanbul of Turkey and Italy's Unet BUSTO ARSIZIO. Both teams are packed with world-class players, which should make for a very competitive and exciting match. The venue for this one is the VakifBank Spor Sarayı here in Turkey, and it's been a relatively easy trip for Busto, who, being 35 kilometres north of Milan, were able to take a flight from the city to Istanbul in just over 2.5 hours, covering the 6,000 miles. The other semi-final that is going to be taking place is an all-Italian affair. Igor Gorgonzola Novara are up against Antonio Carrero Imoco Corneliano. That means there will be an Italian team in the final. As to whether or not it will be two Italian teams in the final, that remains to be seen. VakifBank Istanbul, at the far end of the court, have been in the Final Four for the last 9 seasons in a row. An incredible achievement by one of the powerhouses of European volleyball. Both teams just going through their warm-up, and an opportunity to see some of the players for the first time close up. COVID-19 has impacted sport throughout the world, and the Champions League has also been one that has been affected, but it hasn't stopped it. We're into the semi-finals. It's been a very different looking Champions League, but one which has just been as exciting and just as entertaining, and means just as much to the players. For Busto, they came through Pool A, and the way that it's been done this season was to have 2 little mini tournaments. And for Unet Busto, they lost to Scandicci of Italy 3-2 in their first match. Then they beat Poland's CEV 3-2, and then they lost to Germany's SSC Palmberg Schwern 3-0. That tournament took place in Scandicci, Italy. And then following on from that, the second mini tournament took place in Schwern in Germany. And it was very much a case of a resurgent Busto Arsizio, as they beat Scandicci 3-2. They then beat CEV 3-0, and then Schwern 3-0. And in so doing, they qualified into the next part of the tournament, into the quarterfinals, as second behind Scandicci. And then in the quarterfinals themselves, Busto beat crosstown rivals of VakifBank, Eczacıbaşı Istanbul. They beat them 3-1 at home, and then they beat them 3-1 away. And once Busto had, as we have a look at their team, once they'd actually taken the 2 sets they needed, because they had 5 then, there were some wholesale changes made it. So the likes of Bonelli, Piccinini, Escamilla, Herrera all came in and had a run out. Francesca Piccinini, at 42 years of age, still going strong and still very much a big part of the Busto team. Jordan Poulter, the American setter, very much the player pulling the strings. Alexa Leah Gray through the outside has been really, really good. And a lot will be riding on the performance of Camilla Mingardi, the 24-year-old in the opposite slot. It has been what can only be described as a dreadful start to the season for Busto Arsizio in their domestic league under coach Marco Musa, but they came strong in the second half, and that was certainly a case, as we saw with their results in the Champions League. For VakifBank Istanbul, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, 2 teams packed with world-class players. Isabella Hack, number 11 in the opposite slot for VakifBank, is the 3rd best server with 16 aces and 3rd best scorer with 150 points, and a go-to player for the team. The starting setter, Meja Ognjenovic, is a world champion, along with Milena Rasic, the Serbians. Serbia taking the World Championships in and 18, although for Rasic she wasn't playing at that point. But the link between Rasic and Ognjenovic is going to be vital between those two. And look out, of course, for Gabi, the outside spiker for VakifBank, the Brazilian international who's enjoying her time in Europe. Add into that, in fact, for VakifBank, they've only actually got one Turkish player starting, and that's Zehra Güneş. Through the middle is the likely middle blocker to start. The other outside hitter, Michelle Barch-Hackley of the USA. Number 13 is the player to look out for. It really is a star-studded lineup. Michelle, she has on the shirt, can play opposite as well as outside, can Barch-Hackley. Warm-ups come to an end, the high fives begin. The players get themselves ready for their introductions. There's a few protocols to be observed before we get this one underway. And we'll get to meet the referees in charge of this one. Isabella Hack, the Swedish international. What a world-class player she is, and will be looking to have a big impact in this match. It's all smiles at the moment for both teams, and even after this match is finished, you could say it really is only the first half, but who will be in the driving seat, who will have made the impact and taken the first match, we are going to find out. Best of 5 sets to see who will take this one. The referee calling the teams to order. Time then to meet our referees. And the first official is from Belgium, Koen Lutz. And the second official from Poland is Paweł Berkiewicz. Koen Lutz, who is desperately waiting for the barbers to open, as we all are. The referees takes their positions, and we'll know if the referees have had a good game because we won't notice them. BUSTO ARSIZIO making their way out onto court already. It is Jordan Poulter setting, number 1 for the USA, Camilla Mingadi, number 11 in the opposite slot. The starting libero is Chiara Cuccio, number 13. Giulia Leonardi also available, number 9. Leo Alexa Gray through the outside, and Alessia Giannari, the other outside hitter. That is who Marco Musso has gone with for Guidetti. He's going to put out, and has put out, his strongest team as he sees it. Number 11, Isabella Hack through the opposite slot. Gabi, number 10, in the outside. Michelle Barch-Hackley, number 13, through the outside. Milena Rasic through the middle. Maja Ognjenovic is setting. This is how BUSTO are lining up. Poulter setting, Mingadi opposite, Stevanovic and Olivetta through the middle. It is the best players that the coaches have gone with, and it's as suspected indeed. Zehra and Rasic through the middle. Isabella Hack opposite, Ognjenovic setting, Barch-Hackley and Gabi through the outside. Referee just checking that the players are in their positions, and then the libero will come in. Marco Musso, a young coach, but a coach who's been with the team for a while. He was assistant to Carlo Parisi back in 2015, actually, when BUSTO ARSIZIO made the final. Giovanni Guidetti, he's been in plenty of finals. The head coach for VakifBank. How much of an impact will Isabella Hack have? for VakifBank. And so too, Leah Gray. Away we go with the first set of this first semi-final of the CEV Women's Champions League. The first serve from VakifBank comes up with the points as a foot fault from Busto on the pipe. Gives the home side a point from service. Ognjenovic serve once again. Not the best of passes from Gray, helped out by the libero. Work to do. Good up from Gabby. Oh, that's an excellent ball in. Now the pipe can go again, but once more, no real attack coming from Busto. Gabby, good dig. Excellent pickup in the backcourt by Gennari. And it's off the block and away, and a very hard-fought point for Busto Arsizio. Draws them level. The tip, really well read. That's an excellent pickup. And then Polter able to get a little quick ball out wide for Gray to go off the block. Nice ball in, options here for Ognjenovic, who uses Barch Hackley on the pipe, but well defended by Busto. Oh, great angle, really good angle that from Canada's Alexa Gray. She's been a pro since 2016, has Gray, started in Korea and then has been in Italy since 2017. Stevanovic now with the serve. Ivana Stevanovic, world champion with Serbia, and that's excellent blocking from Busto. Polter working really well. Alongside Olivotto. Hack, first swing, but it's dealt with, although another chance here for VakifBank. Hack goes again, oh, and changes her mind, goes with the tip ball, which is blocked back into court, and everyone stood around watching, nobody actually making the dig. Ognjenovic going back to Hack, who tried to change that, but that is an excellent piece of hang time from Gray, and watched it all the way. This is a great start. 4 points in a row here for Busto. There's VakifBank looking for that side out, and it's not coming as they double up on the middle and shut down Gunesh. In fact, Gunesh hitting that right back into where Gray was coming. Great work from Gray to close the gap between her and Olivotto. Good serve that from Stevanovic. Down ball here, but oh, well, make it more difficult for Hack, and then she can find a point because she's off the net by some distance here, almost a back row attack, and she still comes up with the point. Brilliant work from Hack. Now Gabby with her first serve. Hack's now in the groove. A poor pass from Alexa Gray, and as a result of that, VakifBank are able to profit. Over the top of the block from Hack, excellent swing. Cheap side out for Busto. Polter putting a little too much on that one. Not coming down in time. Still very, very early stages in this tie. Both teams just trying to settle down, settle in. And for Busto as well, just to get a feel for this court. It's the first time these two teams have ever played each other in a CEV Champions League match. Hack not finding the sideline that time. It's way over the top of the block, but also quite a way outside of the court. That's good serve, putting pressure on Gabby. Free ball here for Busto. 4 attacking opportunities. Try to go quick through the middle. That's well read by Rasic. Gets a good touch. Good up from Gabby. Oh, lovely set Ognjenovic going fast and a little tight to the net, so Michelle Barch-Hackley able to use the pace of that, going in and out of the block and out of court. Minardi had no clue, Minardi had no clue where that had gone. Hack now with the serve. Very good serve as well, reducing the options for Busto. Into transition here for VakifBank. That's good up from Polter. Oh, nice set. Well read by VakifBank. Slide behind, brilliantly taken. Milena Rasic working superbly well with Meja Ognjenovic. And unfortunately, Julia Leonardi gets turned by the ball. You can see the way that she is facing. Can't keep her shoulders facing back towards the net. Ball doesn't stay in play. Hack will serve again. VakifBank now, just one behind. Big serve. Free ball for VakifBank. Opportunity to draw level. 4 attacking options, 4 players moving. Oh, that's fantastic. Would you look at that? Everybody went with Rasic, and Barch-Hackley had a free swing, a warm-up swing, and a free net. That's quality from VakifBank. Big swing from Michelle. Hack once again, all square now. VakifBank's history in this competition is outstanding. 4 times they have won it, in 2010-11, in 12-13, 16-17 and 17-18. They lost in the final in 97-8, 98-9, in 13-14 and in 15-16. And they've had 2 bronze medals as well, 14-15 and 18-19. That's well played. Hack does have a good range of shots available to her. And in fact, even when this tournament was ended because of COVID in 1920, VakifBank had already booked their place in the semi-final. An astonishing run from this quality team. That's another big swing from Hack. Hack, as I mentioned, is a Swedish international, and Sweden, in terms of world volleyball, are a team that in Hack's career are not going to qualify for an Olympic Games, which does make you, oh, that's a good serve from Barch-Hackley. It just makes you wonder whether or not, with Hack being as young as she is and playing in Turkey, there'll come a point where she could apply for citizenship. Look at the swerve on that ball. Guidetti loving that one. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that Isabella Hack may end up playing for a different country to realise perhaps a dream of playing in a World Championship or Olympic Games. We've seen it happen, particularly with Cuban players who have gone on to play in Italy, for Poland and for Brazil. Solid siding out. Both teams can play some really quick volleyball. VakifBank showing how it's done. Rasic getting up and putting the ball down before any reaction from Busto. Bit of a topsy-turvy first set this, with points going in runs. Not really going point for point. Gabby, good up from Gray. Gennari just trying to play it off the block, but so far in court couldn't actually play block out. Zada getting a really good touch on that.
Questo mai, piuttosto una palla alta non è un problema, ma noi in attacco, in cambio palla dobbiamo giocare sempre. Punto 1. Punto 2, stiamo battendo ai 2 all'ora, non ci serve a niente. Palla su Gabi, mai. Libero, Bash. Se non c'è Bash perché la coprono, libero. Ci prendiamo responsabilità e insistiamo.
Well, it would seem that Jordan Poulter has become very quickly fluent in Italian. She did play for Chieri in 18-19 season and 19-20, so has had a few years here in Italy after graduating from Illinois University. Such an amazing opportunity to be able to play professional volleyball and travel the world to do so, picking up so many incredible experiences, learning new languages, and doing something you absolutely love doing. VakifBank have put themselves in the driving seat, hence that timeout having been called by Marco Musso of Busto. Nice ball in from Barsh Hackley. Hack. Still a little bit of a misfire from her at the moment. Not fully into a rhythm. She's averaging almost 6 points per set in this Champions League. Not too happy with that one. Ognjenovic knows, such a seasoned campaigner, that straight back to Isabella Hack, re-establishes her as a threat, puts her confidence back up and gets the team a point. Ognjenovic now with the serve. Nice dig, putting that to target one high to the 3-metre line. That's going to be a carry against Jordan Poulter. Jordan Poulter, very much a player who's establishing herself as one of the tops in terms of top setters in terms of USA national team volleyball. The Volleyball Nations League due to resume again a little later this year, and it'll be very interesting to see in the run-up to the Olympic Games what the coaches are doing and who is going to be getting those starting spots and who's going to be going. As far as the Olympic Games is concerned, only 12 players per team, unlike the 14 players in club tournaments and in every other international tournament. And every time it comes around, you have to feel really sorry for the two players who don't get to go, who've been part of the team for 3 years and then are dropped for the Olympics. Generally, it'll be a libero. It'll be one of those who will go, and then it's a tough decision for the coach after that, even more so. That's not caught the block, has it? VakifBank think it did, well, they were pointing to say it did. Maybe a little bit of bluffing going on. So there's going to be a challenge. We're going to have a little look at this. Did it catch the block? Michelle Barch-Hackley was pretty adamant, pointing straight away to the player she felt touched it. Good opportunity for Guidetti to have a little chat with his players, particularly Isabel Hack. Marco Musso, the head coach for Busto, actually started as a statistician for the team. Oh, it doesn't look like it has touched, does it? Oh, it says block touch. Oh, God, it's minuscule. I'm just going to have to confirm this, because that did say block touch. But the referee's called it out, and the Guidetti, classic Guidetti, just takes it on the chin and moves on. I just think a problem with the graphic. Oh, that's unforced error from Gray. Looking for that sideline, not finding it. Incredible athlete is Gray. Passing not perhaps her strongest point, as we have been witnessing so far, but a huge leap on her, and spike and block reach. She touches 323 in spike and 315 in the block on a net that's only 223 in height. That's a lovely set from Poulter, very controlled with the ball, nice and still in the air before she touches it. One of the greatest setters of all time, Feng Kung for China, who had it was almost if you freeze framed her. She pretty much jump set every ball, and then there was that split second of stillness, and then the set, a little bit like that one from Ognjenović, as she waited, then went behind. VakifBank had got over their initial nerves. 4-1 down, now 17-14 up in this race to 25. Good serve again, bringing Poulter off the net, making her work hard. And a very, very good swing that from Camilla Mingardi. Currently topping the scoring charts in Serie A is Camilla Mingardi, 5th top scorer in the Champions League with 136 points, averaging just over 4 points, or just over 4 points a set. Good up. Nice work from Hack. Oh yes, that's gonna work brilliantly. What a set from Ognjenović. And great work as well. Isabella Hack played that ball in, didn't just stand there and watch it, got herself back into a position where she could come in and have the swing, and then could see a massive gap behind the block and in front of the defender Olivotto, and was able to tip the ball. No libero on court, and Olivotto not quick to play it.
Siamo partiti battendo con coraggio, ora abbiamo smesso. No, no, qua l'unica che non deve ricevere è Gabi. Tutte le altre devono toccare la palla.
And left foot. After that you have no shot. Good job in defense, bravo, bravo. Good job in defense, good job in attack. Remember what I told you before, okay? Position defense are good. Right?
1-1 diamo perché gioca veloce. Andiamo.
This is that swing from Hack, put on the tip. No libero on court for Busto. He's such a character, is Guidetti. And it's good to have characters. It's good to have a coach who is pretty calm and relaxed. And Guidetti's certainly one of those who's been there, seen it, done it. Coaches the national team here in Turkey as well as coaching this amazing VakifBank club side. Gets to work with the best players in the world. And for Gabi from Brazil, it's something that Brazil have always talked about, the fact that they don't get enough European competition. The athleticism is very different for European players to South American players, and the type of volleyball. So for Gabi, having that kind of exposure is going to bode well, you feel, for Brazil going into the Olympic Games. Message now with the serve for VakifBank, leading by 3. One foot slide behind, put away very nicely indeed by Jovana Stevanovic. Part of the team that beat Italy 3-2 in the World Championships in 2018 to take the gold medal. Captain Gennari with the serve. It's brilliant. You just spend a moment not looking at the ball. Watch Ognjenović. She gets in position early. She has a look around her and then decides to go to the middle. This is quality setting from a quality setter to find that middle ball. Nice work from Poulter on the move. Very good strength to send the ball where she wants to, and Hack with a blistering spike. Hammering that ball right into the heart of Busto's defence. Outside of Gray and into the middle of court. That is some swing. Hack then, very, very much a case of being very, very, very unhappy with that one. Oh, she's reached for it, and she can't believe it. She's furious. One of the most difficult things to remain disciplined with is when you're blocking, as that one goes straight down on the overpass. Nice blocking that by Olivotto. The key to blocking is not to reach outside your body line. Don't chase the ball. Olivotto not doing that, making sure it went straight down. A timeout called by VakifBank.
Probably now they change. Everybody ready in the session, especially you, more ready for the shot. And again, maybe expect one shot and dot, okay? Everything is working.
VakifBank in this Champions League so far have only dropped 2 sets. That's how good they have been. They're in Pool C, where they beat Commercial Łódź of Poland 3-0. They beat ASPTT Mulhaz from France 3-0, and they beat Maritsa Plovdiv 3-1 from Bulgaria. And then in the return tournament, they beat Łódź 3-0, Mulhaz 3-1, and again beat Plovdiv 3-1. In the quarterfinals, they were very convincing winners over Poland's Chemik Police 3-0, 3-0. This, though, a different proposition against a team that beat their crosstown rivals. That one a little too high, Gray going a little too early. But VakifBank are looking good here to take this first set. Gray went way too early. She could see that Polter's going with one hand. It was never going to be at the speed she wanted it. It was never going to be that quick. That was quick. That was really quick. Olivotto putting that one onto the floor. What a set that is from Polter. 2 side-outs required for VakifBank to take this first set. That's one of them. Isabella Hack starting wide, then stepping in and creating the space for herself, leaving Gray outside of her. Just watch Isabella Hack's movement here. She comes right in and destroys that ball. Set point now, VakifBank. Got substitution for VakifBank. Onto court to serve is Yilmaz Guste. The opposite player with a good serve. Very good serve. And it's a set winning serve for Guste. And VakifBank have made the perfect start at home. Really good serve. Barch Hackley thanking everybody for the free net. Delivers and puts away the overpass. VakifBank making some noise here in Turkey. First set going the way of VakifBank Istanbul, 25-20. This is the tail of that first set. BUSTO ARSIZIO with 10 attacks in terms of the points made, and interesting, the reception 7 apiece, so points from reception. And even though BUSTO made 3 blocks for points, he still ended up losing the set. How is the second set going to play out? We're about to find out. A little bit of work to do for BUSTO ARSIZIO ahead of it to see if they can get themselves back level. That's a quality ball in. That is the value of a good pass, a great pass, because all of a sudden you have all of your options and it becomes 4 against 3. And with 2 players going in the middle, it was a free swing on the pipe. Brilliant play. Good up from Ognjenovic, kept in play. And now a better chance here for VakifBank to go 2-0. Oh, well covered by Gabby. She was coming in on the pipe, and momentum took her forward, and she was able to make the pickup. Not sure she knew a great deal about it. And VakifBank take the point. Nice footwork that from Barch Hackley to get herself in a position to have the swing. Gabby with the serve. A little too tight to the net, a little too far to run that ball on the slide. Barch Hackley completely sealing the line. And it was really easy for that one to be shut down. Touch from Gabby. Oh, a little bit of confusion then between Poulter and Leonardi as to who was going to take that. In normal circumstances, you'd say, well, it's the setter's ball, second touch. But you just think, actually, was it? And Leonardi in a position where she could see what was going on, could potentially have set that one. Gabby letting BUSTO off the hook. That's another good ball in. And Ognjenovic is keen to run that middle. Really good at mixing up where she's going to be putting that set and keeping BUSTO on their toes. No real clear indication of where she's going to set the ball unless she's in a lot of trouble. It's another point for VakifBank. What a run they're having here in this second set. Timeout called by BUSTO. Poor passing from Gray. Free swing for Hack. Trouble for BUSTO ARSIZIO. Nice up from Gabby. The chase is on. It's a little too far for Barch Hackley. Not going to come back. Gone are the days of the paper-thin advertising hoardings made of cardboard. You could just go running through them. Nowadays, you don't want to be trying to run through those. You'll hurt yourself. Nice play again. Ognjenovic-Meyer, as she has on the back of her shirt, finding Rasic with ease. And you can see from that shot the 4 players all moving and keeping that pressure on Busto in block and defense. They can't double up on anybody at the moment, can Busto, when VakifBank put a good ball in. License for Hack to go after it, which she did. But not getting the desired outcome. Sensible from Ognjenovic. 3 blockers in. Slowing that ball down. Hack not able to find the court. Few errors creeping in for VakifBank, which is allowing Busto back into this set. Oh, well played. Ognjenovic is good for one of those every match. If you're not paying attention, you will be punished. Olivetti had already gone. Olivetti had already gone over. There was plenty of space for Ognjenovic to do that. And in part, though, Olivetti had gone over because the middle blocker Gunesh had also gone over, and Rasic, well, I should say, drifted wide on the B quick. It's all going really well here for VakifBank. VakifBank, a team who've had some exceptional players in the past, some Olympic gold medalists. Selene Boudefeu, Zhu Ting once played for VakifBank, the Chinese outside hitter. Busto get themselves a side out. Sheila Castro, the opposite for Brazil, played for VakifBank. Kim Hill also played for VakifBank. She's now playing, in fact, for Conegliano. Ivana Brakatrevich, who's playing for Chemik Police now. And the likes of Angelina Hubner-Groen, the German outside hitter, and Lonneke Slučić, the Netherlands opposite, both of whom now retired. Slučić retiring this year from international volleyball, from volleyball. Rasic now with the serve, 5 points. There's the gap between the two teams. But Gray reduces that gap by a point. When the pass is in, Busto are a threat, without doubt. Some serious strapping for Mingardi, which means she's definitely not going to be at 100%. Even so, still a very, very good opposite player. Free ball here for Busto. Quick ball out wide. Somehow the block works to keep the ball in play. Oh, what a pickup that is from Barch Hackley. Excellent rally, this one. Poulter trying to create some time to go out wide. This time goes to Gray. And she gets the job done with the pipe attack. That was a wonderful rally. Both teams giving it their all. Poulter eventually finding the right outlet through Gray. Mingardi once again. Lovely ball in. And even that far off the net, I say it was still a lovely ball in, it doesn't matter. Ognjenovic was 2 meters off the net, still able to find the middle, gets that one to Zara, who gave Mingardi a close-up of the ball as it hit her in the face. Sporting spirit being shown as she apologised. Easy leave, that one for Busto. They've been going after Gray as much as possible. Mingardi just getting some instruction from Marco Musso. Oh, what a serve that is. Alessia Giannari coming up with the ace. Oh, it's brilliant. Right over the shoulder of Asa Akac. There is no swing like Gabby's swing. It is a technique unique to her, but it works. It works well. Stefanovic gets the slide behind, up and running. 2 points in it now. Busto on the comeback trail. Slight miss hit. That block works, changing the direction of the ball, but even so, changing it up against a block in front of her. Had the first swing, Gunesh, didn't work, but that worked very nicely. Zara Gunesh now to serve. You can see that Gray likes to go quickly, but when your setters or your liberos playing the ball, your setters off the net, you've got to wait a little bit because it's never going to be at the speed you want it. That was at the speed she wanted it. The important thing, though, is that was an in-system ball. Gray watching that all the way. Poulter seeing Gray's movement, picking up her speed, and then able to put that ball in rhythm for Gray to swing on it. Gabby almost being pretzeled by that one. Brilliant. In transition, middle attack. Take that. Ognjenovic is so quick to get into a position. Even that ball looked a little bit tight to the net. Didn't matter. Rasic waiting. Be quick. Thank you very much. Point VakifBank. A be quick, if you're wondering what that is a shoot ball to the middle, couple of meters. It's pretty standard stuff in terms of the calls for teams. For the middles, you have an A quick, which is right in front of the setter, a B quick, a shoot ball, which is a couple of meters, a C quick, which is just behind the setter, and a D quick, or a slide behind, really, which is used in the women's game. And then for the other hitters, the outside hitters, opposite hitters, you have the ball across the net 1 to 6, or an E quick, a shoot ball out wide, which is kind of what Gray's going on to a degree, and so too Barch Hackley for that one. A rainbow set. Bit of pace on it, not a high ball out wide. Always stretching the block, giving the block very little time to react. Then you've got the 10 ball, which the opposites have been playing from the back row, the pipe attack from the middle of court, and every now and again a 50, which is a back row attack from the far side of court in position 5. Rasic, or Milena, she has on his shirt, having a laugh about that one. And why not? It's all going well for VakifBank at the moment. Getting herself a free swing. Yeah, so yeah, have that. I'm not sure she expected to get it, but so good. Here's Ognjenovic.
Seconda cosa, il problema è che siamo in battuta e ancora non abbiamo trovato il coraggio di tirare una palla fatta bene. E questo è il problema, non quello che fanno di là.
Second, don't forget team. Stevie didn't see bad, okay? I will. Still have pass also.
The second set, despite VakifBank having the lead, it's not that comfortable. Busto working the block. But if they can keep siding out like that, they certainly will get more comfortable as they get closer to that 25-point mark. Referee getting out of the way nicely. Too many overpasses, too many passes that have put Busto in trouble and given VakifBank points. And now at 20-13, we've got to say you'd expect VakifBank to go on and take this one. Good work by Barch Hackley. Oh, that's fantastic volleyball. Ognjenovic in transition once again, going to the middle, and Busto were not ready for this at all. Piccinini's come on to play some defense for Busto, but it's not really helping, trying to shore that pass up. At last they get their side out, but it might just be too little too late here. Also having a look at the stats. Mengardi. Well left. That was gunning for that baseline, but didn't quite find it. Strong rotation this now for VakifBank. 3 front court attackers, including Isabella Hack in the front row. Ognjenovic having just served into the back row. And that one hit too hard for Barch Hackley to deal with. Now, whilst it's a strong series of rotations, what we're going to see now is probably the strangest thing in indoor volleyball, with rotation 1 as it's known, with the setter at position 1 and 3 front court attackers. Only the middle blocker is in their favoured position. So both the opposite and outsides are hitting on the wrong side. So what VakifBank are doing, or trying to do, is that quick switch, which allows Gabby to swing from the outside and Hack to get across, but it's a little bit staccato. And VakifBank can't get their side out just yet. Oh, good up from Barch Hackley. Hack. Oh, yes! They get their side out the hard way, but the exciting way. What a pickup that is in the seam from Barch Hackley. And then Isabella Hack with a brutal swing to put the ball away. 2 points away from going 2-0 up now, VakifBank. Well read by Ognjenovic. Clever from Barch Hackley. But a top swing that from Jovana Stevanovic to put the ball on the floor. It was playing not to lose by Barch Hackley. Get it in place, see if you can reset your block defense. She was trying to get up and as far across as she could, but she went too far wide, and Jovanovic able to put it on the floor. A couple of tricky rotations there for VakifBank. So Gunesh is trying to run across. He's running across the eye line of the passing unit, but fortunately the ball going long. Now Gunesh will go back to serve. Set point, VakifBank. It's a wild one from Gray, but it's off the block. And not that wild after all. Set point saved. Oh, good set. Well kept in play by Poulter. No double touch. Play on. Free ball this for VakifBank. Oh, what a set from Ognjenovic to try and get that ball behind, turning her hands, and then it's Hack who turns the screw, and VakifBank take the second set, 25-17. This is how it was done. Big swing again from Isabella Hack. No chance for Busto. No chance for Polta. VakifBank lead by 2-0. It's all to do now for Busto Arsizio. The last thing they want is to lose this one 3-0, because that means they would have to win at home 3-0, and then it would go to a golden set. Ideally, they want to get a set here. VakifBank will be doing their utmost not to let that happen. Away we go with the third set. VakifBank leading Unet Iwork Busto Arsizio by 2-0. And that's a tidy side out by Jovana Stefanovic. Unet and Iwork, two different title sponsors for Busto Arsizio. Unet's a power company, Iwork is an employment agency. VakifBank, the main sponsor for Istanbul, and you guessed it, they're the bank. Thumping swing from Isabella Hack, off the block and away. Stefanovic goes back to the bench for the libero to come in. Good up by Gabby, dealing with Mingadi's swing, but then Mingadi could not deal with Hack's swing. You really get a good sense of the speed of play when you can see it from end on, and if you get to go to watch matches, as soon as we can all get back in, as soon as you can all get back in and go and watch matches, if you haven't ever done so, and you can, watch a set from the end of the court. You'll see the movement of the ball on service, the speed of the sets out wide, the movement of the players, and how the pressure is put on the opposition blocks. So it's just making sure the net's not moving. That'll be a habit she's picked up over her years of playing. One thing's for sure, when either team gets out of system, they really have got some excellent players to put the other team under pressure as the only option. But certainly VakifBank have used their middle far more than BUSTO ARSIZIO have, with greater effect. Those shoot balls to the middle causing all sorts of damage. Well, good for two now in the match. High and wide. And Gabby makes another great dig. Well, that's super blocking from BUSTO ARSIZIO. They really needed that. Otto doing really well alongside the captain Gennari. Otto now with the serve. Holter goes back to the middle in transition, but it's dealt with by VakifBank, and then Hackley makes Mingardi her best friend by going off her hands and getting the ball out of play. Hackley will be to serve. It's a nice ball to the middle, but nowhere near as quick as what VakifBank have been running theirs, and Rasic was waiting for it. Mingardi working her magic. She had to adjust to put that ball down the line. Holter again being drawn off the net and having to make decisions. That's a brilliant swing from Mingardi. Always tough with that ball coming across your body like that in that situation. Oh yes, serve, ace serve from Camelia Mingardi. Well, that's giving BUSTO a real boost. Just one behind now in this third set. Good up from Mingardi. Gray brings her team back level. Nice movement from Gray, going to one, turning and going back towards five. Two very different reactions from the coaching staff on both sides. Rasic will be disappointed with that swing through the middle because she hit it to the middle instead of hitting it down deep to 5 or to 1. Gray was waiting, ball recycled. BUSTO ARSIZIO now have the lead. I guess if any of you flinched as that ball came to you then while you're watching it. Good serving run this from Mingardi. Oh, that's a wonderful pickup from Gray, but no one else could get onto it. Wonderful work as well from Rasic, because she just comes in, she goes to where her setter is to run the A quick so she can run it straight and still putting time pressure on Busto's block. Well, that was a rather messy side-out attempt from Busto Arsizio. Jovana Stefanovic is trying to get across and into a position where she can have this slide behind, but Polter was pushed really too far towards position 4. Nice stick from Rasic. Hack won't bring it back though. And that's one of the reasons why you have those antenna going up, because if you think about this, if we didn't have them, Hack could play that, and if it had landed in, she would have got a point. But the antenna is an extension of the sideline, but more than that, it's a difference in terms of the space in which you play the game in. So if you hit the antenna, it's out, whereas if you hit the line, it's in. But they're two different things, and people can sometimes get a little bit confused with that. They're not really an extension of the sideline. They're the court space with which you have to put the ball into in the air. Nice swing from Gray. Busto doing well to stay in front. The height at which that is taken by Polter. And she goes back to national team. She's got some middle blockers who can hit that ball at that height, at that speed. It's going to make the USA very difficult to stop. Error from Hack. Just what Gabby likes, showing the cross, then rubbing it off of Polter's arms and out down that sideline. Mingardi finding a zone in which she can operate in very effectively. You can see from Polter's body position that ball is going behind. Easy to see it in slow-mo, difficult to really pick things up like that in real time. Oh, well played, Mingardi. That'll come back. Oh, good dig again. Excellent work by Busto's libero, Giulia Leonardi. Will take huge credit for that point. Mingardi gets a touch, kept in play. And then it's transitioned brilliantly, and Gray getting it in the seam of VakifBank's block, and as such, VakifBank have called timeout.
Ball outside the block where we know they attack, medium diagonal, not one defense, and they attack in there. There, where we have. Then attack out, attack in, attack out. Then of course the match becomes complicated. Think about our thing easy. The ball in two little higher, you wait, and you attack inside, and you find block out.
Guidetti does sometimes get a little bit upset, but because his team not sticking to the game plan, they know exactly how Busto are going to play and what they're going to do. Guidetti rubbing the back of his head because another one's gone down that he knows and feels shouldn't have turned into a point for Busto Arsizio, but it has. And Busto now lead by 3, and those of you supporting Busto will be feeling a little bit better about the way things are going. A set away from home would be huge. Michel Barch-Hackley with a huge swing. Free swing to the line. Mingardi with a really big run up for that one and hit the way she was facing on the angle that she was coming in on, and VakifBank did not close it down. That in part, that miss from Rasic is in part because of the speed of the ball, and she's also tried to go and cut it a little bit to the line and then not got a good contact on it. Free ball here for VakifBank. Massive, massive hit again. Isabel Hack. Third best scorer in this CEV Champions League. She's behind Tiana Boskovic of Eczacıbaşı, who's on 179, and Magdalena Stasiasic, who's got 209 kills for Skandici, but she's played 2 matches more than the other 2. And again, absolutely crunching hit from Isabella Hack. Oh, big blocking from VakifBank. Rasic and Gabi shutting down Mingardi to bring themselves back to within a point. A wobble from Busto. Such a good serve. Piccinini under pressure. Mingardi shut down. Piccinini having gone back off court. Gray back on. And that's another block from VakifBank. 2 in a row. The team go crazy. Guidetti's delighted. VakifBank are back level. Timeout called by Busto.
Attention, Stefanovic can go short. Mame, tempo. Every time you can, this tempo. When we cannot, we go high. So call.
Guidetti just telling Ognjenovic on the quick tempo he wants her to keep that ball fizzing around the middles and keep the time pressure on Busto as a result. Barch-Hackley, important serve this, off the back of a timeout. At least has to make Busto play it, which he has done. Oh, well played by Stefanovic. Decided it was coming over, decided she would have a swing on it, and ended up having to jump backwards to do so. But she made it work. Chance here now for VakifBank. Hack. Well, even the libero couldn't get the tip. And we're all square once again. Twice now Hack's come up with this play, and twice it's yielded points. So well placed that Leonardi couldn't get to it. Guidetti loved it. Gabby too wide, and Gunesh trying to get up to her, allowed that angle for Stevanovic to go cross court. Quality ball in. Oh yes, exactly what Guidetti wanted, exactly what he said to do in the timeout, and that is exactly what Ognjenovic has done to find Sarah Gunesh. No stopping that. Ognjenovic will be a little bit upset with herself because she's already ran out of position from playing at one. She's ran in, and then this roll shot has left all this space to be covered by two players, and that made it a little bit too tricky. Good ball. Well kept in play by Polter and by Gunesh. Another good pickup. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant volleyball from Busto Arsizio. Gennari with a phenomenal pickup on that slide coming in, making that pickup. And then Polter getting it wide to Gray, who finishes it off. More trouble here for VakifBank. And a chance for Busto to extend their lead, and they've done it, have they? It says out. Initial call is out. Is there going to be a challenge from VakifBank? Because it's come down so quickly, but how close was it to the line? Did it catch the line? Mingardi thinks it's out. And it is out, so VakifBank call another timeout.
Jump with the middle, and then we go with Gray, that is the higher, and then we do and never three block. We have to deep, and she go over, she don't go short diagonal. Attention and discipline this thing. Haydi devam. Haydi.
That was an interesting call from Guidetti. Never the three block, where they did triple block in the earlier part of this match to good effect, but he doesn't want that now. He wants the middle to read and react, so watch the middle on the other side, go if she needs to, and then chase out wide to go and get the ball. And again, that middle, so good, so effective, it's devastating. Good ball in, and Busto have got no chance. Wonderful speed, it's a free swing for Zera. Gray wasn't in helping out. Now Gusta comes in, she served at set point for VakifBank in the second set which they took, or the first set which they took. Needs a good serving run here to bring VakifBank into it. Going after Gray, been the tactic for most of this match. Kept in play by Ognjenovic. Hack, the go-to player, but she's dealt with by Gennari. And Gray with a super swing to the line, going over her shoulder. Busto 2 away from getting a set. That's brilliant. Unforced error from Hackley, who was falling backwards. And now it's set point for Busto Arsizio. Compounded the errors then, did Barch Hackley. Polter serve. going after her compatriot. This time Barch Hackley comes up with the goods to save the first set point. Actually, goodness, I thought Barch Hackley hit that first glance. But there's going to be a look here to see whether or not the ball is in or out. Couldn't be any more in unless it was a little bit further to the left as we look at the picture. But it was comfortably in. Serra with a wonderful swing. Melia Ismailoglu comes in, the outside hitter. First time on court for her. On to serve. That's an error from Gray. Another set point saved. And they're going to look for a block touch here. So challenge come from Busto. See whether or not they have in fact taken the set. Although no one's exactly getting up and starting to get ready to move, are they? Oh, yes. Now they can get up and move because the set is taken by Busto Arsizio. Block touch from Michelle Barch Hackley. Really good call that from Marco Musso. The third set goes the way of Busto Arsizio. VakifBank lead by 2-1. It's game on here in Turkey. Much better in terms of attacking work being done by Busto Arsizio in that last set. Mingardi, Gennari stepping up, Stefanovic as well. Poulter able to find her targets. That's an important set win for Busto Arsizio. And it means that even if they were to lose this next one going to the second leg means they're still in with a chance. Mind you, they're still in with a chance here as we get this fourth set underway. It's VakifBank leading by 2-1. And Hack getting the first point. Gabby goes back to serve. Gabby said pre-match that she knew this is going to be a really tough match against Unet at home. Gabby really wanting to get to a Champions League final. She's never been there. Good pick up. Oh, net touch, unfortunately, against Stoljanovic. She trying to create a little bit of magic by going with the reverse set. One-handed, would have been spectacular had it come off and she not touched the net, but she did, and foot faulted as well. Seems VakifBank just struggling a little bit with service reception at the moment. Stevanovic, who is actually the 5th best server in the CEV, 14 aces coming into this one, and has caused problems when she has gone back to the serving line, doing it again now. But perhaps from her point of view, not the best service. She wanted to go to Barch Hackley as a front row passer. But either way, they will come up with a point courtesy of that error from VakifBank. Stevanovic will serve again, try and keep it off eye catch and try and get it on to Barch Hackley. Didn't quite work. And that allows VakifBank to run the middle and get their side out. That is how you block a volleyball. Gunesh. A serve! Brilliant! Zara Gunesh. Oh, it's a brilliant serve. Right at the shoulder. Think it's going out. Lands in. Oh dear. Seen that a couple of times now, haven't we? Where players come up with a really good serve like that, gone deep, over the shoulder, and then tried to be cute and take the next one and drop it short, instead of just sticking with the same thing. Because neither player on the serving receive end had actually made any changes to their serve reception. That's a massive block. Barch Hackley trying to go quickly. Mingardi was there and waiting. Stoljanovic apologising. Oh, thrown back at Hack. Excellent hang time. The block watching the ball, and then Otto able to throw it back down. That's not caught the block. And we've seen that error a couple of times as well, haven't we? With Rasic goes up and tries to clip the ball to her left, but doesn't get her whole hand on the ball and ends up scuffing it wide. No scuffing that one, as Barch Hackley melts it cross court. Hack. Such is the movement of the setters, so once they get into a position and they're ready and there's movement around them, even though Polter was sent all the way over to position 4, there were still 2 opportunities for swings and still pressure on the block, and Mingardi able to find the gap. Good pick up. Free ball though for VakifBank. Hack on the inside 10. Call it an inside 10 because there's a slide behind going on by Rasic, and then Hack comes inside that to belt it. Good up from Hack. Just hoiked over. I think actually trying to get that to Gabby to have a swing. Oh, good up from Hack. Still in play. Gabby wasn't ready to go quickly. Communication issues between her and Jansu. Jansu again, who's come on for Ognjenovic. Oh, good pick up by Polter. Calling for the taxi. Oh, good pick up again. What a rally. Both teams in a neutral position, slightly out of system. Oh, now it's just a game of volleys as they go over one-on-one. And that grueling, energy-sapping rally has gone the way of Busto. That had everything and stuff and things and more. It was brilliant. And one very happy Marco Musso as his team take the point. Both these teams would dearly love a place in the Super Finals in Verona on the 1st of May. And Busto, despite that slow start, going 2-0 down and making all the running now. As they took set 3, they're up by 4 here in the 4th. Gabby trying to restore some semblance of order. It's been a setting substitution for VakifBank, and it's starting to pay dividends. Jansu Ozbe has come in to replace Meo Ognjenovic. See the difference in height between the sets. In fact, that was really well played by Stevanovic. He had to hit that one a little bit low. Found the gap. Jansu finding Hack, but that was way wide of the mark, unfortunately, for VakifBank. They really have gone off the boil here. And Hack, so far off the boil, she's now off the court. Being replaced by Pushti Yilmaz. In fact, she's been replaced by Ismail Glu. My apologies, number 9, because it's for passing and outside and defending really, which means no real opposite coming. Although Barch Hackley can hit from the back row if needed, which is what she was ready to do. No requirement for that though, because it's the middle doing the damage. Jansu. Touched, kept in play. High one for Gabby, who went a little early, and her hang time couldn't keep her in the right zone to get that ball off the block. They need to check their rotation now. VakifBank, they're not sure where they are. Trying to get that off the hands, had the line to go to. Janari now with the serve for Busto. Easy leave that for VakifBank. Gabby to serve. Barch Hackley into the front row. Big lineup for VakifBank. And then a little unsure as to who was going to go where in the blocking, because it's ended up with Ismailoglu going out in the opposite slot instead of Barch Hackley. And it's going to stay that way, so Ismailoglu is going to act as an opposite in the front row. Barch Hackley with a big swing through the outside, position 4. Challenge has been called. Looking to see if that point is going to go the way of VakifBank. Chance for VakifBank just to recompose themselves. Same 2 for BUSTO ARSIZIO. Looking for a touch, and it was indeed Fang. Thumbs up from that point of view. Block touch, yes. Very nice tandem play. Olivotto and Gray. Gray going up a tempo after, and it puts huge pressure on the middle blocker for VakifBank. And Rasic getting it on the head. Polter. Barch Hackley getting a little bit tucked up into the net and into the block, and then trying to play it off the block to recycle it. She didn't hit through this, he stopped. Became an easy block for Mingardi. Substitutions being reversed. Hack back on, and so too Ognjenovic. Gudetti's double substitution not paying the dividends he would have liked, as his team now 6 points behind. Straight back into the action, Hack, with a blistering swing. Good as a free swing, really. Leonardi with no chance. It's a massive hit from Hack. Fortunately for BUSTO ARSIZIO, they didn't have to try and pass it. Nice change up that from Isabel Hack, cutting that one to the cross court in between Jordan Polter and Mingardi. Neither of whom wanted to play it. Mingardi gets the ball back for BUSTO. They keep their 6-point lead. It's looking really difficult for VakifBank at the moment. It doesn't look like it's going to get any easier either. Olivotto back to serve. Rasic was late to get across. It was the only option, was to go to Gray. But Rasic was late. In fact, Ognjenovic has gone too wide, worried that, in fact, that the ball might be swung on the line. It's another change for VakifBank as on comes Kubra Akman to replace Rasic in the middle. And Busto were just waiting for that. Stefanovic wasn't going anywhere, wasn't taking anything away, wasn't worried about the middle, just waited, stepped back inside, dealt with the pipe. And has brought their team even closer to levelling up the match. 20-12, timeout called by VakifBank.
Your faces, if I'm a setter, I will always give second touch. I will not set to nobody if I'm the setter. Nobody if I watch your face. I just put the ball second touch. And the way you attack, same. Because you attack without an idea, without power, without technique, without courage, without nothing. We are receiving this set, 70% we are receiving. We are attack -10.
That's a very interesting tactic by Guidetti, really, isn't it? In stark contrast to Musso's very happy, but Guidetti just spent that timeout telling them, looking at your faces, I wouldn't set you the ball, I'd put the ball over on 2, you're 70% serving efficient and you're -10 on serve receive. So he's just spent 30 seconds of being negative and not said anything about what they need to do to turn it around. So how, as a player, do you compute that? Do you deal with that? What do you take from that? Gray with a tip to the middle. Another point for Busto. More changes for VakifBank. Kubra with the serve. You have to wonder how Mingardi got away with that one. In part because Gunesh was travelling laterally and couldn't actually stop to play this ball. She's drifted, she's gone, she can't touch it, and then poor old Kubra didn't know what to do. Mingardi gets the point. 3 points away from levelling the match now. Make that 2 points away. Massive serve from Camilla Mingardi. An ace for her. A 10-point lead for BUSTO ARSIZIO. And now it's set point for BUSTO ARSIZIO. This has been a brilliant, brilliant comeback from the Italian side, away from home. That's a really good view, isn't it, of exactly what stats that Musa has on the VakifBank team. And it's an ace serve from Mingardi. That one goes into the stands. BUSTO ARSIZIO take the set 25-13. It's now 2 apiece here in this semi-final. It's going to be a race to 15 to see who is going to win the match. Brilliant comeback from Unet Iwak BUSTO ARSIZIO to level up the match at 2 sets all. The captains will now come together to do a coin toss to see who'll have which end and who'll have serve. Sometimes when a team is losing in the fourth set, like VakifBank, where they switch off, some changes made, and almost as if to regather themselves and start focusing ahead to the fifth set. Everything that's past is past now, and it comes down to this race to 15 to see who will have the advantage going into the second leg of this CEV Women's Champions League semi-final match. Who's going to keep their cool? Who's going to come up with the goods? Just checking the rotation. VakifBank, Gabby making sure that everyone's where they should be. That's why I've had a slight delay. Away we go with the fifth and deciding set. It's Alicia Gennari of Unet BUSTO ARSIZIO with the serve. VakifBank looking for the side out. And the first point, which they get through Isabel Hack. That's a big swing from Isabel. This is where the errors almost count double when you're only playing to 15. Will it change the mindset? That we will see. Good serve. Gray being forced into a bad pass. Always a net touch. I think it was Barch Hackley. Gunesh saying no. In fact, got Barch Hackley saying no. It'll be interesting to see exactly who touched that net. So a challenge coming because neither player felt they touched the net, or certainly didn't feel themselves touch the net. So who was it? And it was the elbow. And in part because Gunesh has banged into Barch Hackley, and that's knocked her into the net. Generally what happens because the middle blockers are travelling laterally. Those pesky middle blockers. 1-1. Oh, it's a bit tight. Oh, what a swing. That shows the skill level, doesn't it? Camila Mingardi, almost a standing swing, just able to get something through the ball. Really hit this one very, very hard. And Ognjenovic not ready for it. It's another chance here for Busto. But Gray doesn't find a way through. The door is shut by Hack and Serra. Went quick. Hack was waiting. That's a good serve from Hack. She's gone from middle of the court to middle of the court to give herself space left and right. And it's worked. Unforced error from BUSTO ARSIZIO. VakifBank are in front. Hack once again. The net feeling the full force of that one. Hack will get to go around one more time to serve at least. Oh well, BUSTO ARSIZIO waiting for that. Olivetto waiting for that. And at last, BUSTO ARSIZIO getting wise to what VakifBank want to do in the middle. The shift was made and the commit was made and the point was won. Great work from Olivotu, well finished off by Mingardi. Ooh, good touch from Polter. And from Gabi. Better chance here now for Busto. Oh, it's a net touch against VakifBank. 2 net touches in the space of a few points, and those have been the only net touches we've had in the whole match. Classic, trying to press the ball back in a second movement, not getting it and then touching the net. Jansu. Oh, well covered. Hack with a lot of work to do. And she's unable to get the job done. What a turnaround this has been for BUSTO ARSIZIO. Just when it looked as if it was going to be 3-0 for VakifBank, Hack bends that one out of court. And a timeout's now been called by VakifBank.
One attack out and one ball that Mingardi that cannot fall down. They have patience, we don't have patience. We still don't make one tip on play in 5 sets. And we don't score, because if we score, bravo. We don't score, we don't make one tip. We don't have patience. So soon, quick ball to Bella. Wait and strong.
That's one very unhappy coach at the moment. You'll have noticed that he's changed Ognjenovic out, removed her as a starting setter, and Jansu Ozbay is in. Well, there's too many errors at the moment from VakifBank, handing points, and more points are going the way of BUSTO ARSIZIO off of that serve from Polter. Oh, what a serve it was. It dropped wickedly. Great. Looks for the angle cross court, but it's just run away from her. And a lifeline for VakifBank. That's good reactions from Olivotu, but it's a chance here for VakifBank. Not taken, a massive block from Mingardi, and a little change from BUSTO ARSIZIO as well, with Mingardi coming out to this side of the court to go against Hack. It's worked amazingly well. Mingardi shuts down Hack on the angle. Teams change ends, and BUSTO ARSIZIO are leading by 4 in this deciding set. That was an inspired piece of play, really. Mingardi would normally have been on the other side of the court blocking at position 2, but staying and switching with Alessia Gennari, and it's come up trumps with a massive one-on-one block against Isabella Hack to put BUSTO 4 in front. Great serve, easily dealt with. Hack finds the court that time. An in-system VakifBank is still a very dangerous team to have to deal with. The serving pressure needs to be at a good level to not allow VakifBank to do that. Good ball in from Gray. Mingardi having to make a little bit of an adjustment. Better chance here for BUSTO. Good up by Bart Shackley. Gabi. Yes, Gabi so good at that. It's a trademark swing from Gabi off the net, getting the ball through the block Mingardi won't be too happy though, it's gone right through her arms. Nonetheless, good work from Gabby. Timeout called by Busto.
Good job in defense. You are controlling them good. Think about defense and patience. Defense and patience. Hide. If there is one leg on Stefanovic, position 1 on 3-meter line, Hide.
Serra with the serve. Good up, another chance for Busto. Oh no! Now it's a chance for VakifBank with Gray making the error. Oh, 3 tips have brought 3 points for Isabel Hack. The defence thinking she's going to swing on this. She's disguised it brilliantly and she's come up with the point. Now just 1 in it. What a comeback from VakifBank. It's all square. What is happening to Busto Arsizio? A wild swing from Gennari. A very much happier Guidetti. Good chase from Gabby, she read that brilliantly, but it's a free ball here for Busto Arsizio. And that one has come off of Hack and out of play. The side out achieved, Busto back in front. It's nip and tuck here, and now it's nail-biting stuff. Really good pick up that from Gabby. Gray did well. And a ball that may well have been going out actually, but Hack couldn't get out of the way of it. Gives Busto the point. Olivotto. Good ball in from Barch Hackley. Options. Gabby comes inside and has a free swing that is not going to be defended, particularly with Leonardi not on the court. That's well played. Jansu over the top. A little tandem play for Gabby to have a free swing. Busto Arsizio do really well. Gray not the best passer, she knows it, the team know it, VakifBank know it, but they're able to rescue it, they get the point, they have the side out, they lead by 1. Mingardi now into the back row, so slightly weaker rotations for Busto, with Poulter in at the net blocking but not being able to attack particularly. And Mingardi went absolutely flying then as she come in off that jump serve. Not that VakifBank minded, they've got their side out. Watch Mingardi here, she comes in and oops, down she goes. But the ball went nowhere near anyway. Oh, well played. There's a swing chance here, Barch Hackley just goes with the roll shot and a chance now for Busto. Mingardi put down Hack, working with Milena Rasic, and VakifBank go in front. Incredible block, incredible match, and what a turnaround. VakifBank were 4 behind at the end change, they're now 1 in front.
Position 5 long, okay? And we had a good block on me, Stefanovic. You good block on Stefanovic.
Well, that sounded just like Guidetti's telling Rasic to commit on Jovanovic here, if it's a good ball in. Stevanovic, I should say. My apologies to Ivana. Gabi with the serve. And it was a good serve that had Busto slightly out of system. But equally, VakifBank were all concentrating on Jovanovic, and so it was a one-on-one out wide, which was dispatched. Side out achieved. If we get to 14 all, it's the first to get too clear. We'll take this one. Goodness me. That nearly broke the floor. You can hear that one. The other side of Istanbul. Hack with an absolute belter. The substitute Gusta with the serve. Oh, well played. That's off the block from Gray. No one getting that. Side out achieved. And the scoreboard just keeps ticking over. A little bit like a metronome at the moment. As it goes back and forth. No worries, says Guidetti. Let's side out the next one. That's a good ball in. And Jansu finds Barch Hackley. Such a good setter is Jansu Osbey. She may be the backup, but she's here in the thick of it, in the fifth set, finding Barch Hackley and trying to steer her team to victory. Hack, this will be her last opportunity to serve in this match. Oh, she got an ace, not quite, that was close. Goodness me, how close was that? In the end, though, it's a brilliant lead from Gray. We're going to have a little look just to see how close. It's worth a look. I'm not sure Gray actually meant to leave. I just don't think that she could get onto it in time. If you're watching on whatever you're watching on, wherever you're watching from, when you are not in venue, the speed and pace of the game is lost a little bit. But that was hit so hard. Oh yeah, it was quite a long way, but it was so quick. Polter's serve. Jansu, dear me, they've tried to go quick to the middle. Kunesh with an error, and it swings back to Busto, and they've got match point now. Oh dear. Oh, the frustration. Timeout by VakifBank. From 2 sets to nothing down, BUSTO ARSIZIO are on the brink of an away victory here in Turkey. Polter with the serve. It's a good serve. Kept in play somehow by VakifBank. Mingardi still in play. Another chance here for Busto. Gray for the match. Oh, good dig. Barch Hackley. Oh, which way is this going to go? Oh, it's still alive. It still won't hit the floor. Gabi makes the pickup. But Hack hasn't found her mark. And it is victory for BUSTO ARSIZIO. They have beaten VakifBank 15-13 in the deciding set. What a comeback from the Italian team. After being 2 sets to nothing down, they have turned the match on its head. and they leave Turkey with a 3-2 victory, and it is all set up brilliantly for the return leg in Italy in a week's time. Incredible match, incredible turnaround from BUSTO ARSIZIO. They have beaten VakifBank Istanbul by 3-2 here in Turkey. And now their celebrations can begin. It's back to the drawing board for VakifBank, but it's by no means over. It is BUSTO ARSIZIO who are in the driving seat. The team will leave Istanbul very, very happy as they all head home and make preparations for the second leg. But the score here in Istanbul, it's VakifBank Istanbul 2. Unet BUSTO ARSIZIO claim victory by taking that fifth set, 15-13, and winning by 3-2.
think this match was a really good matchup for us. We haven't had to play this hard in a while, and I feel like this team is very strong, and I'm really happy for how we battled back from those first 2 sets. And yeah, just really proud of the team and making changes during the match, and yes, I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madonna Francesca, che potere hai? Che potere hai? Il potere della Champions.
Ma raga, in tutto ciò per passare il turno cosa dobbiamo fare?
È vincere e iniziare a giocare dal successo. No, mamma, non ti incazzare.
Dopo te ne stavo per tirare un'altra che sono rallentata,
Sono morta! Io voglio il teletrasporto per tornare a casa, non l'hanno ancora in